Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a full face of products that I was either mostly bought, some of them I was sent that I just kind of used once or didn't use at all, and I'm like, do I even like this? I'm not sure. So I figured we would try it out together today. As always, if you enjoy this style of video, be sure to subscribe, but let's go ahead and get started. For my primer today, I'm going to use the Glossier Priming Moisturizer Balance. This is for oil control. It's a gel cream. It's like kind of a primer, kind of like a light moisturizer. I think I've only used this once. I did a full face of Glossier, which I will link below. But I wanted to give this another go. I haven't been super oily. I've been definitely on the drier side, but now that summer's coming around, I'm quite sweaty. So even if it's not like necessarily oil control, I need like just some general shine control. For my foundation today, I'm going to use a foundation that has been so highly requested on my channel for years, and for some reason I've never done it. So this is step one, entering into reviewing this foundation. It's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have mine in the shade 8. I'm often asked what shade I am, and I'm like, I own the shade 8, but I couldn't really tell you. So I'm going to use the shade 8 today, but I did also grab, just in case, the Total Control Pro drops from NYX in the Hue Shifter shade in Dark. Now these are very liquidy. I don't know if something separated. It's like water, which kind of makes sense, but I feel like it should more be the consistency of a foundation. But I'll try the foundation first without it, just so you can see what it looks like. Shade 8, I've probably again worn this once. Fresh sponge from Real Techniques. And I'm kind of tanned right now, but this should be hopefully an okay shade. I think there's like an 8.5. Oh, it's pretty scented. It's pretty scented. And I'm not sensitive to scents. You know that I never notice a scent. Constantly people are like, what about the smell? I don't know if my smellers are off, but this I definitely noticed like a fragrance. Kind of florally. Kind of smells like expensive makeup. Which they're getting away from, I really appreciate. I feel like that's kind of a generational thing. It's an okay shade, I think, with bronzer. That was only one pump. I'm going to build it up a little bit more. Let's see where we end up. But yeah, this is such a cult favorite foundation. It's been around forever. I actually reviewed the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude and liked that. But never the original. And then they came out with luminous, or did they come out with a powder one or something? It's not my ideal shade. Let me try mixing this medium in with it on the other side. Why not? Let's play. It's a Saturday morning for me, so nowhere to be. So I don't know if you can see, but the consistency is just really watery. And it's dark and cool toned, I would say. Another drop on there, and let's see. I'd like it to be a little warmer for my complexion, but it makes sense that they made it more on the neutral side. They have yellow and red, a formula as well if you're looking to add warmth. It's really heavily scented. It's an okay shade match, but it removed the warmth from my face. What I'm going to do is actually take some of this AURIC Glow Lust Radiant Luminizer. This is from Samantha Ravndal, her line that launched a couple months back now. And I didn't want to mix it in with that foundation just because I wanted to see what the drops looked like. But now I'm going to take just a little bit of these drops and just put them over my face. They're a little bit darker than my skin. It's in the shade Citrine. Let me know what you think about this product. I got it and I used it in one video, and I don't know, I just haven't reached for it since, and it's partially just because, you know, pandemic times, I'm all over the place with my makeup, but I wasn't totally happy with my shade of this product, and I just wasn't totally sure how I wanted to use it, so I didn't find myself reaching for it. So if you bought it, let me know how you've been using it, how you've been liking it. Gonna warm up my skin a bit with a cream bronzer. Super into cream bronzing again. This is Teddy from Fenty Beauty. I bought this in the blush around when they launched, and I've probably used this once. I don't know if I've ever used the blush, like ever. So I gotta find that. But I love cream bronzers. I'm gonna do a video on my favorites. I just used the NARS Casino one recently. That worked for my skin tone, which I was really excited about because the Laguna was too light. but I'll do a video on my favorites, like favorite formula and favorite shades. I gotta try the new Chanel one first before I can get to that. Should order that after this video. This feels nice. I need to try the Fenty little sticks that connect. I tried it when it first launched, didn't love it. I remember saying that I liked the Wet n Wild one more. People were not happy. And I get it, Wet n Wild doesn't have as many shades in there, so I need to try it. I need to try it again. It felt a little bit hard to blend for me, but I'll definitely try it again and in a shade that works better for me. Really warming up the skin because that foundation was a little bit light, so I'm gonna put on a little more cream bronzer just to add back the warmth to my skin. This is the Sephora brush that I love, number 56. Awesome for cream contour. For my concealer, this one was sent to me by Makeup Forever, but I didn't use it much. It's the Matte Velvet Skin in 4.2. Matte Velvet Skin Liquid was, I think, one of my top foundations of whatever year it was that it launched. But I didn't end up falling in love with the concealer as much, and again, not for any reason other than I didn't end up using it that much. It's like sometimes I just get distracted, or I'm already just discovered something else I love. It really kind of ends up depending. So I want to give all these products another chance, just in case any of them are good, or if any of them are bad, I can let you know, and then I can decide whether or not I want to keep it for myself or not. Because I have an excess of makeup. If you've watched any of my declutters, it's good to just kind of revisit. And even for fun, like I kind of had fun being like, oh yeah, I forgot about this, I forgot about that. Like if you have a decent sized makeup collection, or you tend to reach for the same products to, you know, challenge yourself on a Saturday morning or a Friday night or, you know, Wednesday afternoon to try something different. You might discover something, or discover something you don't like that you could pass on or get rid of. Let's use this guy. It's a risk. Sephora Perfection Perfection Mist Airbrush Blush. Wow. I'm gonna spray the brush, and I just actually cleaned off this brush. It's the same one I just used for my cream bronzer. And I've used this before. The Dior Airbrush foundation is phenomenal, and so is the Sephora collection, fun fact. I reviewed both of them. And you can probably guess why I don't reach for this blush very often. You know what I mean? But it's pretty, but if it's easy to use, you can't overdo it as long as you spray onto a brush. The results may vary if you spray directly onto your face. Then on my under eyes, I'm going to use the Besame Translucent Brightening Vanilla Powder. This was one of those kind of, I wouldn't say cult favorite products, but it was definitely like a YouTube specialty for a minute there. And I remember Emily Noel loving it and giving it the thumbs up. So I was like, well, I'm buying it if she said so. And I bought it at an IMAX, but then kind of stopped reaching for it. How do I get into it? Maybe that was the problem. Oh, here we go. I was saying to someone the other day, I used to wear black Converse. Like I wear Converse sneakers a lot, like on my day-to-day. And I used to wear black ones, but then I remember Beyonce went to Coachella and she wore white Converse and was drinking a ginger ale, which is one of my favorite soda pops. And I was like, well, I guess I wear white Converse now. Like Emily Noel did it, so I did it. Beyonce did it, so I did it. No shame in my game. This may actually come in handy because I'm looking a little fair right now. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Medium 3 Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. And I think I bought this shortly after I bought the foundation, or it could have been months after I bought the foundation, which I love. But I never used this much. Same as the concealer, actually. I should have brought that out for this video. Oh, I'll have to do another one. You get so much product, be careful. It's very finely milled. And I just didn't reach for this initially because it looked kind of orange in the thing, and I was surprised by how deep and warm it looked. Really nice, actually, in light layers. Pat McGrath, she does it. I've got her new, oh, actually, I got a Sephora card. I'm going to buy the Makeup by Mario. Is that who's doing a makeup line? I'm like, I honestly, I feel so out of touch, but I do have all of whatever that new brand is in my Sephora cart. I'm just like, it's really, I feel very disconnected from the beauty world, but I don't feel disconnected from you and from my channel, if that makes sense. I feel so connected to you guys lately, especially over the past year, and a connection to my own channel, but I think because I'm so laser focused on that, I'm less involved in what's going on in the rest of the community, which is good. Like, I don't want to know. We're having fun over here. We still do favorites and empties. I'm good. I've got this bronzer here from MAC. It's in Refined Golden. This is from their Fruit collection a long time ago, but the bronzer still exists in their line, so I figured I would use it. I remember when this Fruity collection came out, it was when I was like more into blogging and like kind of taking product shots and using Fruit for the picture. I had a lot of fun doing that. I gotta bring back my blog. I say that once a year. It's like tradition. And then tradition to not follow through. I just hate writing. I'm a talker, if you hadn't noticed. I've been known to talk. So for my eyes, I just put down a little bit of concealer, and I'm going to put a little bit of the Refined Golden just in my crease because I don't have a brown in the palette that I'm going to use. I don't even really plan on doing like an extensive eye look, but I have this palette from e.l.f., the Mad for Matte Jewel Tone palette. I'm going to grab the orange out of that. I mentioned it in my small eyeshadow palette declutter, and I'm just kind of curious if the quality is good because the shades are pretty. So I'm going to just give it a go. I'm going to grab this orange and just pop it on my lid. It looks really pretty. And I love e.l.f.'s current eyeshadows. They're really good. Those little 4 pans are phenomenal. But I wasn't sure about this one. Get quite a bit of color out of it, but I don't know how blendy it is. I think I'm going to get rid of this palette. Like, I'll be able to get a look out of it, but it's almost like it got kind of hard pan or something. Or it just got old, but it's not blending really nicely. But their new palettes are good. The bigger ones and the mini ones that cost like $1 are awesome. Okay. Just gonna pack it on. It's blending not easily. But I'm not gonna back down. I'm just not. Fully unimpressed with that. I'm going to just gel my eyebrows. This is Benefit 24 Hour Brow Starter. I got a new camera, by the way. I haven't had a new camera since... I bought new vlog cameras, but I haven't bought a new YouTube camera since my first one in 2015. So, this is it, baby. So bear with me if it looks a little weird. Because I didn't look up how to use it. I hate instructions. I hate it. I essentially bought the newer version of my camera, but like board games, anything, I just can't. YouTube is awesome for that. I'm like, if I can find a 3-minute video. But yeah, I've been known to not follow the rules for that kind of stuff. That's why I don't like baking. Okay, for my mascara, I have one from Essence that I found in my drawer and I've never tried. The Bye Bye Panda Eyes Volumizing and Defining Mascara. So I love their Lash Princess. I love most of their mascaras, but I've never tried this kind of... The bottles are similar, like, so the ones in the chunky ones are not the ones I like. The smaller ones are the ones I like. This one is somewhere in the middle. It's vegan as well, made in Luxembourg. It's international. Well traveled. It's got like a traditional brush. Feels good. I think this comes in waterproof as well, but it's not claiming to be waterproof, just to be smudge proof. It's kind of inflammatory against pandas. Pandas are like, what's wrong with my eyes? What do you mean? I'm adorable. Okay, and then for my setting spray, I'm going to use the Benefit Professional Super Setter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. This is kind of actually on the new side in comparison to a lot of these products, but they sent it to me and I used it like once, so I kind of want to revisit. It's got a really nice mist. I realized I didn't put a highlighter on, but that'll make the highlighter glow more. Feels really nice, super light. Doesn't make me shiny, which I kind of like. Then for my highlighter, I have this one from NYX, and it's beautiful, but I'm like, does this work for my skin? I think I used it in a video with you, but let's see. This is Silence is Golden. It's actually a powder blush, but it's like a straight up yellow. I love yellow. Oh, I'll put it in my inner corner, actually. That'll be cute. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. It's a beautiful color. Made myself a fancy iced coffee. It's a Saturday morning, but here we are. Happy to be here. Ooh, pretty. I actually really like this. I feel like this is the kind of thing that it's like NYX should advertise this because people will see this and not want it and not know that they could glow. Really bright though. Little goes a long way. Oh, I didn't even put on blush, like fully dropping the ball. This is one from NYX that or not NYX, e.l.f. that I wanted to try. It's the Primer Infused Blush in Always Peachy, but it's so light that I'm like, let me try this again. I don't think it's gonna be dark enough for my skin, yeah. Yeah, this will be handed on to a friend. Let me grab another blush. Ooh, let's do this one. This blush, I think I bought for my friend. So this is the shade Quiver from Urban Decay. I don't even know if it still exists. But these came out a while ago and this was exclusive to Ulta, I think. I might be getting this story completely wrong. It's irrelevant either way. Beautiful bright shade, but my friend Shell wanted it, so I bought it for her when I was in the US. But then on transport, or whatever happened, it broke. So I was like, I'll get you another one, and I kept it. I think. Maybe I'm making that up. Shell, if you're watching, weigh in on if I'm just lying on your name, but I think it was something like that. I don't know. But either way, let's try it again. Pretty. Put on a little bit of lip liner, ColourPop BFF3, and I'm using Anastasia Staunch Matte Lipstick. Anastasia kind of fell off the map a little bit there, which is interesting because they picked up, remember they were doing that PR search on Twitter and everyone got really upset. And I'm going to add a little bit of NYX Lingerie Push-Up in here. This is like a really peachy shade, really pretty, Silk Indulgent. I wouldn't wear it on its own, but I want to add a little brightness to the center of my lip. And I'm tempted to put on a gloss, but I've been doing a lot of gloss lately, so let's leave it at that. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Really a lot of great products in here that I haven't revisited or used enough. Definitely going to be making use of that NYX highlighter. Want to spend a little bit more time with the Armani foundation. I'll get a deeper shade to review. Definitely going to be reaching for the Pat McGrath powder and this Urban Decay blush. Lots of pretty things in here, but to go, definitely that e.l.f. blush will go. Anybody else? Major infractions here? Oh, also the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. I love e.l.f. I use it all the time, but those two items will go. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!